Okay, another video. This week is a huge week for TNA Wrestling Lockdown this Sunday.
Absolutely.
Can't wait. But first off, I want to make some clarifications about our last video. We went over WrestleMania and we talked about why it was special to us.
Yep.
We didn't say it was the most amazing WrestleMania to ever happen.
No.
The reason WrestleMania was memorable to us was because we got to see Ric Flair go out the way he was supposed to go out.
Yes.
We got to say goodbye to a legend, and that's why it was memorable.
Not just that, we got to see it against, like, you know, a guy that grew up idolizing him, and that's one of our favorite wrestlers of all time, Shawn Michaels. I mean, when you put those two together,
exactly,
that's what made it amazing. If you would have had Batista and Flair in this last match, it would have been hardly even memorable. Raw would have been way more memorable.
And you take Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair out of WrestleMania, and you have a decent SummerSlam.
Yep.
Okay? Not saying that the matches are, you know, the matches gave effort, but they aren't WrestleMania memorable.
No.
You know? So basically the only memorable thing that happened to Mania was Shawn and Flair.
And I think any time, you know, WWE fanboys get a hold of a decent pay-per-view, they overhype it.
Absolutely.
I mean, I just think that's the nature of the beast, that they want it to be so good. But what I want to talk about is where they have gone since then. And if you look at the Backlash card, Backlash looks like crap. I mean, you've got Khali and Big Show. You have got JBL's back in the main event. Can't wait for that. You've got JBL, Orton, Cena, and Triple H in a Fatal 4-Way. You have, what was the one that really got to me?
Kane and Chavo.
Kane and Chavo again.
Yes.
Edge and Taker again, and Batista and HBK.
Yeah.
Wow. That's going to be awesome.
That's a show stealer.
So, I mean, basically what it shows is the WWE is going for one good pay-per-view out of the whole year.
And if any of you watched this video, all of you that are watching this video, if you go to Starbucks one time, first time you ever went to Starbucks, and you get a blueberry muffin and a cup of coffee, and then you take a bite of that blueberry muffin, and it's soft, and you can taste the blueberries in your mouth, and you take a drink of that coffee, and it's hot and unbelievable, and you go, wow, that was amazing. So you decide to go back the next day, and you get the same thing, blueberry muffin and a cup of coffee, but this time when you bite into the muffin, it's hard. You almost break your teeth off, and the coffee's cold. Okay, and then you go, well, what the hell happened? You go, well, this only happens one time a year, so, you know, we're going to give you good food and good service one time a year, but the rest of the time it's just going to suck. And then, you know, so how does it feel to be in your shoes? I mean, honestly.
And my thing is we've constantly said we're not going to talk about the WWE war. We're not. It's so hard not to. I mean,
honestly, deep down, I know that you know that it sucks. I know that. And I know that you get pissed off every single month when you order a pay-per-view and you say, wow, God damn it. Here is $40 of my money again that I just wasted. Okay, now let's talk about Lockdown. Because at Lockdown, you get to take $10 off of this, and then you're like, wow. After the show's over, you go, holy crap. Actually, here's some more. Here's more money. Because it was that good. That's what we say.
And my thing is Lockdown, Joe and Angle main event. And for all you people that have said that this feud is overdone and it's pointless, this is in a cage. And not just that, this is built up Joe, and Joe is going to win the title.
And Joe is going to win the title, the most hyped championship match in TNA history, in my opinion.
And what kills me is everybody said, well, Joe's way overdue, and now it means nothing.
Are you kidding me?
Here's the thing, okay? Joe was in a Monsters Ball match at Bound for Glory. What does that mean? They had nothing for him. And then what did they do? They brought in Kurt Angle, and they threw Joe and Kurt Angle together, and after that, Joe became a huge star and a main event player. And then he feuded with Christian Cage. It took him to the next level. Okay? My thing is, is Joe has not got depushed just because Joe dominated the X
Joe main
division.
evented half the pay-per-views last year. And on top of that, he's the only man that made Christian submit in TNA.
Yep.
He gave Christian his first loss in TNA. He gave Angle his first loss in TNA. But yet he's getting pushed down the toilet. You guys are stupid.
Yep.
And for you to even think, for you to even contemplate the fact that Joe is getting depushed just shows how little that you know about the wrestling business.
Exactly. And Joe is up here now, and Angle's up here now, and they're going to face each other.
And Angle said he can't wait to put Joe over. And Angle said that he wants Joe to look better than him so that Joe can be elevated to be the champion.
So that's just the main event. There's a lot more.
Because they don't rely on just the main event.
There's Lethal Lockdown, which is their normal main event.
5.
And you've got the debut of Matt Morgan in the ring. We've been hyping him up. He's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
AJ Styles, Tomko.
And AJ always takes a crazy sick bump.
Absolutely.
You know, you've got Sting's back in there. You've got Rhino in there. I mean, you've got some great superstars in that main event. And I can still call it a main event.
It's a double main event.
It's a double main event.
And then on top of that, you've got the X Division escape match. 6 of the top X Division guys in TNA and probably Consequences Creed. You know?
Which we basically already know. But anyways, Consequences Creed's in the match. I mean...
And Consequences Creed is going to be looking to make a name for himself.
There's going to be a tag team match. It's going to be insane. You know, I mean, Lockdown...
Booker T and Sharmell versus Robert Roode and Peyton Banks. They're going to finish up that feud.
You know, I'm not a big fan of the feud. I think they've actually dropped the ball. But you know what? Who knows what a cage match can bring out?
Absolutely.
You know, Lockdown looks amazing. There's no such thing as a bad Lockdown so far in TNA history.
And I guarantee you, if you don't order it, and you go on the computer and you read the results, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it, and you're going to say, damn it, why did I not watch that live? Don't be one of those people. Take advantage of the opportunity, and the opportunity is this Sunday night on pay-per-view TNA Lockdown.
Absolutely. And for all you people that have said, you know, TNA, just because they're going to sell out Lockdown or just get a decent size, like we're looking at 8,000 probably.
8,000.
You know, you're saying, well, whoop-de-doo, WrestleMania did 74,000. What? WrestleMania is a completely established event. It's like the Super Bowl of wrestling. People that don't watch wrestling order WrestleMania. Okay, it's a huge event. If it's in your town, people that will never watch wrestling will still go to WrestleMania. Okay? Lockdown is a TNA fan-based event, and they're going to draw. And you can't compare numbers to this and numbers to that. You can't compare the ratings this and ratings that. All I know is that every year the WWE's ratings are falling, and every year TNA is becoming more successful.
Just look at their TNA Todays, their live events. Okay, now you're starting to see lines all the way around the arena. We saw a line all the way around the arena last year for Lockdown. It's going to be more and more common, and they're just going to continue to draw better in towns.
Absolutely.
And then which is going to draw better for pay-per-views and draw better for ratings.
There's video games coming out, and it's only going to get bigger. And let's talk about Impact. The past 4 weeks of Impact have been awesome.
It's a change in direction, and it's a good change in direction.
I think the Destination Next build-up was crappy. I thought that there was way too much garbage, like too much comedy, all that stuff. But Lockdown has totally turned it around, and there is so much hype for Joe and Angle. The only thing I'm worried about is it might be too MMA-oriented. I think they need to stick to pro wrestling, but with MMA style.
Japanese style
match. And
I think both of those guys are knowledgeable on MMA, so they know for a fact they can't make it straight MMA.
It won't be believable.
Exactly.
It'll be Undertaker's Go-Go Plata.
From a dead man.
Yeah, Omoplata. Give me a break. I mean, that's horrible. and he won the match with that. I mean, whatever. Order Lockdown. That's all I can say. I don't know what else to tell you.
Next week.